Well, good afternoon. It's been a little bit since I made a video pushing back on things Randy Blaukat is saying, but if you're going to be a content creator and you're going to have opinions, you're going to get people that push back. And I haven't made a video in a while. He's been saying a lot of things that I want to push back on. And since I'm blocked from his comment section, I can still watch his videos, but I can't comment on anything. I'm just going to keep making videos, pushing back. Turns out a lot of you people are blocked too, and that's one of the things I want to talk about is this echo chamber he's built for himself that he's using for a gauge to see where people are when it comes to like forward-facing sonar and like the direction bass fishing is going. So there's a couple of videos that he's posted recently. He's made quite a few videos recently about how people are mean to him in his comment sections and how he blocks people and how people are unable to have normal dialogue and stuff like that. He did a video this morning talking about something about, bass fishing is doomed because of climate change and killing the grass off in lakes. And there's not as many bass as there used to be. And he doesn't trust, the conservationists and stuff like that. And then there was a video that he did the other day talking about technology and how unhappy bass fishermen are. So I'm going to try to remember everything and try to touch on all these different videos and stuff like that. It's like I said, it's been a little bit since I've made a video pushing back on him and the crazy things he has to say, but we'd expect nothing less from Randy Blaukat. All right, so let's get into it. I'll start off with the video that I watched this morning. He did a video this morning talking about how bass fishing is doomed. I forget the name of the title, but he was talking about how it's doomed and there's not as many bass in the lake as there used to be. A lot of people are catching and eating bass more so today than ever before. He actually brought up how, people that aren't from this country and aren't accustomed to our culture don't know any better, and they're keeping bass of all different sizes and keeping more than they're allowed. So let's close the borders, Randy. What do you say? Should we close the borders to people that obey by our laws and our cultures and our traditions? Okay. Well, let's get to one of the big topics he had brought up was talking about how like a lot of these lakes have been around for millions of years, and before humans, these lakes were fine, and now we're killing off the grass and stuff in a lot of these lakes. And he knows better than this, that there's invasive species in these lakes, including grass, including vegetation. Sorry, I got my dog back there bugging me to go out. It's freezing outside. That's why I'm sitting in the garage in the boat doing this video, because I don't want to be outside, but he doesn't get it. He still wants to play ball. Anyways, a lot of this vegetation has to be killed off, and he knows that. That's why they kill it off in a lot of these lakes. They did it. They used to do it at my lake all the time up until about 4 or 5 years ago. They quit killing it off, and it did help the bass population come back. So I don't disagree with him there. They shouldn't be. I'm not happy that they spray chemicals and stuff like that in these lakes that kill off all these bass populations and stuff like that. But the thing that I want to touch on is the hypocrisy and double standard he has when it comes to science and scientists. He will harp and tell everyone that we need to trust the climate change scientists, peer-reviewed studies, and the world's coming to an end. These lefties, I hate to bring politics into my channel, but these lefties are always so doom and gloom when it comes to everything and the sky is falling and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, he wants you to believe that climate change is real because the scientists tell you climate change is real, but don't trust the conservationists who are in charge of telling you how many fish are in the lake and how many fish are allowed to be pulled out of the lake and, all that kind of stuff. Don't trust those conservationists because they're bought and paid for. Not like the climate scientists who are not bought and paid for. Right. Okay. Double standard there, Randy. Why should we trust the climate scientists and not trust the conservationists who are in charge of this? If one group of scientists is getting paid off, then why would the other group not be getting paid off? That doesn't make any kind of sense, right? So anyways, let's move on from that. Let's move on to his other claims. Let's move on to his echo chamber that he's built for himself. He said that people are mean to him and they don't know how to have a dialogue in his comment section, and he blocks and bans people, blah, 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 blah. The problem is, the reason why a lot of people are a dick to you, Randy, in your comment section is because you're arrogant. And you say that you just having opinions, but you tell people, you're not a real bass fisherman if you use forward-facing sonar, and that's just my opinion. You come off super arrogant, and, people that use, braid, fluorocarbon on spinning rods, it's dumb and it's not needed. And you go past just having an opinion, and you get on people's nerves. That's why people come in your comment section hot, dude. It's because you're just kind of an a-hole. Hate to break it to you. I'm sure I'm not the first person. You're a total narcissist. You're super arrogant. And that's why people have that attitude towards you in your comment section. Now let's get back to blocking and banning people. I'm blocked. That's why I make these videos for y'all, is because I can't comment in his comment section. So I just decided I'll continue to make videos pushing back on all the dumb crap he says, because I can't say it in his comment section. But he uses his comment section as a gauge to see where people's heart's at when it comes to like technology and the direction bass fishing is going. He says, 95% of the people or 85% of the people in his comment section agree with him on all this stuff, on forward-facing sonar being bad, and how technology is ruining bass fishing, and we need to get back to how it was. 85% of the people in his comment section agree. It's because you ban everyone that disagrees. You totally have built yourself an echo chamber, and then have the nerve to tell people that don't believe in climate change because they watch too much Fox News. They live in this echo chamber. But that's exactly what you've built for yourself. A few months ago, when I first started making these videos, I'd go in your comment section and it was another clickbait video, Randy Blaukat's always fear-mongering, and everyone pushing back on you. Now you go in there and it's all 100% agree, pal. We totally agree with you, pal, because everyone's blocked. And when I started making these videos, once I got blocked, I had waves of people coming in my comment section saying, I've been blocked too, he's blocked me. I quit making comments in his comment section because I don't want to get blocked. People were like so excited that somebody finally was making videos pushing back on this clown. What was the other video? Oh, bass fishermen are more unhappy now than they've ever been, ever, because of technology. But what technology is he talking about, you might be wondering? Forward-facing sonar? Social media? What could it be? Of course it's forward-facing sonar, because that's the only technology Randy isn't making money from. It's the only technology Randy doesn't make 5 videos a week talking about how much he hates it. He started talking about how different countries that don't have social media like we do, the people are way happier. People in general that don't, aren't on social media, aren't as miserable. And bass fishermen are miserable because of technology like forward-facing sonar. Because he makes money off of social media and doesn't want to admit that people in general are just unhappy because social media makes people miserable. You think bass fishermen are unhappy because of forward-facing sonar? I think bass fishermen are just a people who are miserable because of technology in general, because of social media is making everyone miserable. Social media is a virus, but he makes money on social media. He posts 2 or 3 videos a day, 7 days a week. And of course, he's not going to criticize the impact social media is having on people's mental health, or have the impact that social media is having on bass fishing, or just sports in general, the archery community, all different forms of fishing, the firearms community. Like, it's having an impact on everything. And it's making people miserable in general. But of course, it's technology that's ruining bass fishing, like forward-facing sonar. What a joke, dude. I don't understand. And here's the last topic I want to bring up, and I've mentioned it before, is his subscriber count doesn't make any sense. His subscriber to view count doesn't make any sense. Even if you go back 4 or 5 years ago when he first started his channel, there's a couple of videos that, got in the, double digits, the 10,000, 20,000 views. But for a channel that has 160,000 subscribers, doesn't break 10,000 views on every video he posts, and then constantly says in his videos that 30% of his viewers are not subscribed to the channel, doesn't make any kind of sense at all. I guarantee you, if you go back to his most recent videos, he's barely breaks 10,000, barely breaks 5,000 views on the majority of his videos he puts out. Yet he has 160,000 subscribers, and 30% of his viewers aren't subscribed to the channel based on his analytics. I'm confused. So if somebody out there knows if he bought subscribers, please put it in the comment section, because I'm just dying to find out why this math ain't mathin'. I've talked about it in the past. I don't get it. It is what it is. He is right that AI is going to ruin this kind of content. Maybe not this kind of content, but like fishing content in general, because you can just put in Chat GPT, I want to make a video talking about jig fishing, and it will pull all the information that's on the internet and build you a video, put a video together telling you everything there is to know from all the greatest jig fishermen throughout the world, and put it in a video. And then I could just upload that video, or not me, but someone could just upload that video. So he should be afraid for his channel, or for all the channels that teach, fishing content. He really should just be honest with himself and start a political channel, because he brings his politics into his fishing channel more than he probably should. And it seems like he has a bigger gripe there than he does have to offer in the fishing community. I don't know how many people actually get any kind of good information from watching his videos. It's mostly the sky is falling, bass fishing is doomed, technology is ruining bass fishing. Raw. I don't get it. Whatever. Yeah, it's been a little bit since I've got to get this stuff off my chest about Randy and his silliness on his channel, and hope you all enjoyed. Till next time.